I want to talk about Shapovalov versus Nadal. I was very pumped up for this game. I was super excited. Nadal, who's going for 21 without Djokovic, without Federer in the Australian Open, he has a chance to get to 21. Shapovalov, who had a shaky end to 2021, is trying to start 2022 on a high note. First time he's made it to the quarterfinals in the Australian Open. First time a Canadian has made it there too. Two of them actually made it with FFA also making it. So I was super pumped up. Shapovalov, who has beaten Nadal before, I think at the age of 17 or 18. And Nadal, I think he's won the last three after that. So 3-1 record, Nadal heading into this game. I was pumped, man. Shapovalov's playing some of his best tennis. Took out Zverev, one of the favorites for the Australian Open, especially when he won the ATP finals last year. In a hard court, you'd think Zverev, this is the type of tournament, this is where he could possibly break through and finally win a major, and Shapovalov takes him out. So he came in hot, he came in ready. Nadal came in ready too. He took the first two sets, looked very comfortable, broke Shapovalov once each in those sets, and really imposed his will. He looked strong. He looked very concentrated. Typical Nadal, fiery, like no extra, emotions, just straight to the point. It's kind of sad, or it really gives you a perspective on how old Nadal is, or how much his foot has been bothering him the last few years. When he doesn't slide anymore or on hard courts, he kind of just stops. The commentators kept talking about it, how he doesn't slide for when he approaches the net and stuff like that, or when he gets close to a volley, he doesn't slide anymore. So I hope Nadal, I wish we get more years of Nadal, but it is eye-opening to see, like, man, this dude is 35. He's old, man. He's old. Nadal is old. He's playing against a 22-year-old, and he's keeping up with him. He's imposing his will, and that's what I thought the first two rounds. I'm like, damn, Nadal still got it. He's still a warrior. He's still running around. He still looks good. His forehand looks good. He has a lot of bounce on his forehand. His serving big out of nowhere. Even his second serve is big. Commentators kept talking about that too, and I was pumped. I was like, dude, is Nadal gonna win in straight sets? And he had a chance in the third set too. I think there was a volley that he missed where I think he was 15-40. He was about to break Shapovalov, and he missed the volley, and Shapovalov ended up holding. And then Shapovalov breaks Nadal to take the third set. And in the fourth set, Nadal started really, like, his body started really hurting and kind of letting him down. And as a Nadal fan, I'm like, oh my God, this is it. This is it, man. Nadal, his body, his age is catching up to him. Shapovalov, the younger of the two, obviously 22 years old. Like, I was stressing, man. I was watching that game like, dude, he's going to lose, being two sets up, and he's going to lose. Especially with the commentators kept bringing up how in the same round, the quarterfinals of last year's Australian Open, Nadal was up 2-0, 2 sets to love on Tsitsipas, and he blew it. And Tsitsipas came back and beat him, won the last 3 sets, and eliminated Nadal in quarterfinals. And they kept panning the camera to Nadal's cap, Nadal's player box, and everyone on that player box just looked like they had seen a ghost. They were just there, like, shaking their head, running their hands through their head, like, oh man, this is not good. Nadal wasn't even moving. He was giving up on points. He wasn't chasing points. And you're like, bro, this is so bad. Nadal asked for a medical timeout. It turned out that he had some problem in his stomach. They gave him a tablet. The commentator kept saying, oh, once that tablet kicks in. And the other commentator was like, nah, hey, that tablet ain't going to do shit, man. This was done. Like, that's wishful thinking to think that tablet is just going to turn the tide for Nadal. So Nadal loses the fourth set, and as a Nadal fan, we're reeling. I'm hitting up the group chat. It just looks like, damn, Shapo's going to take this. Everyone's like, damn, Shapo's going to take this. And Nadal, being wise, being a little smart, he uses the medical timeout or the medical, gap in between sets to get checked out. And then he goes to the restroom after that too. Buy him a little bit more time. Let the sun set a little bit. Let that pill kick in a little bit. And Nadal serves first in the fifth set, holds and breaks Shapovalov on his first service game in the fifth set, goes up 2-0. And after that, Nadal just basically saved his energy for his own serves. Kind of, I wouldn't say give up, but he did try to end the rallies quickly when Shapo was serving. Like, if he would hit a winner or like return a winner, like it was all good. He'll take the points, but he was not going to waste his energy on Shapo's serve. He was content to let Shapo, win his serves, and Nadal was just going to hold for the victory. I think the closest Shapo came to breaking him back was in Nadal's second service game in that fifth set when it was 2-0 and Nadal was trying to solidify his break and make it 3-0. Shapovalov had a chance to break him or to make it interesting, and he couldn't. He couldn't break Nadal back. Nadal took the 3-0, and then after that, it was just, Nadal kind of not really expending too much energy in the Shapo serve and holding, and he held. Shapo kind of lost his composure too. Credits to Shapo for having a great tournament. I saw him live at the San Diego Open, and he is known, and I've seen him in his career, and he is known for losing his composure sometimes. Like he's one of the most dangerous players when he's concentrated, when he's on his game. That one-handed backhand is as sweet as anything, and when his forehand is hot, he can serve big. He's very complete, but he's very erratic, and he could definitely like shank balls into the stands. And he kind of lost his composure at the end. He got a lot of unforced errors at the end. Was hitting the net a lot. Was shanking some balls into the stands. And in the end, Nadal is just veteran. Got through the fifth set, and now he's in the semifinals. 2 wins away from his 21st Grand Slam. Shout out to Nadal. Congratulations for Shapo for making a deep run into the Australian Open, defeating the number 3 player Zverev. He almost pulled off the comeback against Nadal. He just couldn't close it out. Nadal found a wind in the fifth set. The court was filled up with shade. The sun got a little bit lighter, and Nadal dug deep and just won it, man. And shout out to Nadal, in my opinion, my GOAT. Y'all might have your own GOAT. That's fair. I know most people are gonna go with Djokovic, but Nadal is the one I've enjoyed the most throughout their careers. So I'm happy for Nadal, and I hope he gets his 21st. And like I said, Shapo is an exciting young player. But continue to watch him, continue to root for him. He was just going up against Nadal, one of the GOATs, and he just couldn't pull off the comeback.